Why do people love Bengaluru so much? Honestly, I could never understand. Even now, I'm constantly chewing gum because I just can't take the traffic here. I always saw Bengaluru as vehicles, malls, and skyscrapers. But every Bangalorean I met told me about the soul of the city. They told me they could never live anywhere else. So this time, I decided to dive into the soul of Bengaluru and see it through the eyes of someone who truly loves it. Come with me as I share my journey unfiltered. I'm in one of the massive Bangalore malls right now, and it's kind of a paradox that each time I come to Bangalore, I end up in a mall. Even though I never shop in the malls, they really overwhelm me, and I'm a big fan of Indian artisan brands that are never represented here. So usually just some errands that I have to run and it's on the way, or it's something from my daughter. But I'm sure that there is more to the city than just walls, right? And this is why I was so excited to make this video and to explore what this city has to offer, what's about it that so many people want to live here and they will never go anywhere else. Let's see, explore Bangalore with me beyond malls. I'm a guest in Bengaluru, and to truly understand it, I knew I needed to talk to someone who grew up here. So my first stop was my friend Ravindra's house. He lives in a part of the city that really represents modern Bengaluru. Connected to the nice road, it's full of comfortable apartment complexes, reaching for the sky. From his balcony, you can watch the entire city and feel its heartbeat. I came for a cup of coffee and a chat, but the conversation quickly extended into a homemade bowl of rasam with rice and a night-long discussion over drinks. We talked for hours, and of course, we talked about Bengaluru.
I've spent most of my life in Bangalore, raised in Bangalore, spent a large part of my early years around old Bangalore, roamed around Bangalore, studied here, had fun here. So I look at myself as a Bangalorean. People think Bangalore is just one thing, right? I think it's a mix of many things. People who've been in Bangalore in the 90s have seen the laid-back lifestyle of that era. There was no traffic, barely few buses running, barely few cars, and it was a very different life, right? As youngsters in college, we would drive to Nandi Hills on two-wheelers, and it was a beautiful two-lane road with trees on all sides. Gulmohar trees, orange and red flowers.
What's the name of the street?
Gulmohar.
The symbolic tree of Bangalore, that the whole city used to look like this. It's massive. And it's raining cats and dogs, which is also, frankly speaking, typical of Bangalore. All drenched.
Oops.
Today, Bangalore has grown because there is a need for it. And even within the city, you will find there are different Bangalores. Given the way it started with its colonial roots.
It's time for chai. If I was to pick one favorite cafe or a coffee house in Bangalore, then it would be this, Cautious. This place is almost 100 years old. It was opened in the 40s by a Syrian Christian from Kerala. And since then, it's seen quite some famous people, writers, journalists, politicians coming here. It's famous because like Queen Elizabeth II and Khrushchev were dining here. And to be honest, once you're inside, it has a certain vibe and feel that only historical coffee houses in India have. The most remarkable thing, and I guess probably one of the reasons of its success, that since it was opened in 1940s, it actually remained in the hands of the family. So it is a truly family cafe. It's hard to spot it from the street because it's kind of hiding, between those very modern buildings. But if you know where to turn, it feels like you come into a different era. Perhaps this is the piece of an old Bangalore that everyone has been talking about.
So there are still parts of Bangalore which are still beautiful, right? Which are still old. There are still a lot of old eateries which you can go to, which provide, apart from your normal masala dosa and idli and all that stuff, there is a lot of specialized South Canara, North Canara food that comes in.
Yeah, and I didn't step, it's not me. You're photobombing I'm recording. Come with me if you want. Everybody tells me literally that Bangalore is about walking and it's about food, of course. Which city is not about food? So right now, as I'm a good student, I'm heading to one of the old areas of the city, Jayanagar, to take a walk and to have actually one of my favorite Karnataka foods, tamarind rice and bisibali bath. I hope I can find them because it's not really the breakfast time. Let's head for it. About 10 years ago, I spent a few months in Mysore, and that was actually my daily treat. I've been missing it like anything. Let me try. It's actually better than when I ate them. Really good. And poliagore, which I think sounds very funny when I pronounce it, so I'll just call it tamarind rice. I think a trip to Bangalore is worth just to eat this. I had to conclude my meal with a cup of filter coffee. After all, you haven't known Bengaluru until you've savored it, while watching the busy streets and people go by.
With the IT boom, jobs coming in, a lot of people coming in, the necessity was to have more and more space as part of Bangalore, which is what has caused this growth. And it, in a lot of ways, it's unchecked growth. You can blame whoever you want to blame for it. But at the end of the day, it's a question of demand and supply. There is demand for skills, for people, and the supply obviously comes in from different parts of India.
That building, that one is 25 stories high. It was the first skyscraper, the real skyscraper in Bangalore. Can you believe now? 25 is like a baby size. You remember?
Yes, this place was famous for two things. People who wanted to kill themselves, they would jump out the building. There was a restaurant that closed because of this, and I think it was the tallest building in Bangalore at that point of time, 30 years ago.
In the 90s, Bangalore was known as Pub City. Bangalore was famous for its pubs. There are still a lot of pubs in Bangalore which are quite old. Because I think it's still there. Used to be one of the oldest and one of the most visited joints, especially by youngsters.
They actually only have beer, nothing else. And then it's not focusing, yeah.
'88 we started as a Mexican fast food. From 89 onward it became a pub. Ma'am, for Nasser Law School, Ramaya College, all the college students and all the ad agency people, hardly kids and working class. Man, it's a mind-blowing fun and beautiful people we met. They never had a fight at all. See my photo, that black one. I was that young, 19 years when I joined as a part-time when I was going to my college. Sunday was seeing on ad. They said, Paul, I'll put your photo there. No, yeah.
Oh, that's you!
But Paul McCartney answered that I'm all of people that I put.
It's 7 in the morning and I'm on a mission to see the walking and running Bangaloreans. He's driving.
Exit the roundabout onto Kasturba Road.
When you're in Bangalore traffic, you have no margin for error.
In 800 meters, turn left onto Cover Park Road.
The city is incredibly busy at this time.
Just to give some numbers, I think there are about 1.4 crore vehicles in Bangalore, but there are about 1.2 crore people living in Bangalore. So the vehicles outnumber the people in the city. And that's primarily because last mile connectivity becomes a challenge. So that's the reality of Bangalore. That's not going to change anytime soon.
I'm in Carbon Park, where everyone walks. It's really beautiful, but it transports in the mornings. People walk, people talk, people run, people walk their dogs. Bangalore was once known as the city of gardens, and whenever I asked locals about their favorite time pass, they always mentioned parks and walking. I came here early in the morning. That's when you spot plenty of people jogging, walking their dogs, and exercising before the day starts. This place feels like an island of nature in the middle of urban ocean. The air temperature drops a few degrees the moment you enter. You hear birds chirping, admire the plants, and chase the squirrels. They say the city used to have many more pockets like this, and you can still find small parks and gardens scattered around the older parts of Bengaluru. I ended my time in Bengaluru at the Shrungagiri Shanmukha temple. It was the 1st of January, so it was incredibly busy. This temple is relatively new, just 20 years old, and it's famous for its crystal dome and solar trackers. In a way, it reflects Bengaluru's essence perfectly. Rapid development and innovation, all built on a foundation of deep-rooted values. The rich temple life is something many Bangaloreans mention too, but the spiritual side of the city is never on the surface. Just like Ravi said, there are many Bangalores, and each of them deserves a story of its own.
Just from your knowledge of the city and your feel of the city, how would you recommend me to spend those 2 days, or where to go to actually feel the spirit of the city?
I won't commit to a single answer. There are,
He's very diplomatic.
yes, I'm very diplomatic. No, the reason is, as I said, right, there are different Bangalores.
Yes. Yeah.
So if I tell you that here are 6 things in Bangalore you need to do, I think I'm being dishonest to Bangalore.
Yes. That's what made my job so difficult here. I think when I came up with the idea to make this video, I really thought I will end up with creating a story about what the true Bangalore is. But the more I dive into the city, the more I understand that this is just not possible. And this is exactly what the true Bangalore is. That one answer for anything, one perspective for anything here is just not possible.
Yeah, that's true.